Hey guys, what's up? This is Fahim with iTechGuideKC.com, making technology easy. So, I have a little bit of a different video today. I was decluttering some old things in my house, and lo and behold, I found my MP3 player back from my high school days. So, I would have been using this around 2005, 2006, during the times the peer-to-peer file sharing was running rampant on the internet. So this was my go-to MP3 player for many, many, many years. This is a Sandisk Sansa model e140, just in case if you're wondering. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if this thing actually still works. So I put a AAA battery in here, and lo and behold, there are still songs from my high school days on this MP3 player. So let me do a quick review on this, and let's see how it stacks up against what we use today. So let me start off by first reviewing all of the buttons that we have on this MP3 player. So first things first here, we have our back button, or to play the previous track, or to even rewind to a different part of the song. We have our fast forward button, or if you want to play the next song. We have our play button, pause button. We have our repeat button. And also this middle button right here, this will give you information about the track itself. So as you can see, this is an MP3 128 kbps, very low quality as with most MP3 players. Here on the side, we have our SD memory card expansion slot. So you can expand this, I believe, up to 2 gigabytes. So it has a gigabyte already prepackaged in here. With the SD expansion slot, you have a total of 3 gigabytes of MP3s you can fit on here. Of course, you have your power button and a menu button. I'll go over the menu options different later. Of course, we have our volume knob, which, as you can see, mine is stuck from many, many years of use. But if you rotate it, clockwise, it'll either turn up the volume or turn it down. Here is where we have our USB to MP3 player adapter slot. So if you remember back in the day, we had to drag and drop our files. If you used maybe LimeWire or Kazaa or even Napster, you would drag and drop the file, once it's downloaded, of course, from your computer over to your MP3 player. So that's how we got our MP3s on here. Of course, we have our headphone jack. And also a nice feature is our hold button on the side here. So if this is turned on, I'll flip it here. You can see here that the song will still play. So if you have this in your pocket, or if you're being active, or just doing things out and about, and if your hold button is on, your song will not interrupt. So that's a very, very, very good feature to have. One also important thing to note here is that this entire body of this MP3 player is all plastic. So as you can imagine, it's very lightweight. Even with the AAA battery in here, it's very lightweight. Whereas with the iPods from back in the day, those were very heavy due to the metal on it. So very lightweight, very cheap. I believe I only got this for about $100, maybe a little bit less, from Amazon.com. So going back to the menu options, you'll see here, if we press menu, you have a lot of menu options that you can go through. So of course you have your play music, which is the very first option. This will just play your song list on the MP3 player. You have your modes here, which includes audio playback. So if you have an audiobook, you can listen to that. And of course an FM radio station, which is a very good feature to have. You have, of course, various settings, playback settings, your sound effects settings. This is your equalizer, your SRS WOW, which most likely won't make any difference on an MP3 since it's a compressed file. You have, of course, your power button. This will just give you some of the settings about the power, auto off, or you can just do a sleep to preserve battery life. And by the way, the battery life on this thing is very, very, very bad. So I think I got about 2 hours of playback before the battery was halfway depleted. So, and you have your language. You can set your time, and of course restore defaults. Different languages, I believe you have. All the major languages are in here. So that's also very good. And let me see, what did I miss? Your extras. Okay, so here's your stopwatch. So if you don't have your watch or an actual stopwatch, you can also use your MP3 player as a stopwatch, which I don't know how many people were doing that back in the day, but apparently Sansa or Sandisk thought it was very good to have. So, hey, there's a stopwatch included on this. So overall, for 2006 standards, this is a very good MP3 player to have. Of course, today we have our smartphone streaming music. So if I did have a choice between this and my smartphone, of course I would go with my smartphone, hands down, my smartphone. So this most likely will serve as a backup. If not a backup, then I'll just keep it for nostalgic purposes. Maybe I'll just show my grandkids what we used to use back in the 2006, and I'm guarantee you it will look archaic to them. Kind of looks archaic to me right now. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions, visit my website, itechguidekc.com. Other than that, take care.